is in the books here on 8 News Now as Colorado and Colorado State wrap up their annual showdown. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on Sports Wrap. I'm Chris Matthews.
And hi, everybody. I'm Ron Futrell alongside former UNLV quarterback Jason Thomas here to help us break down some of the games going on today. We're going to talk about the Rebels upsetting Kansas State shortly. And
just Kansas.
Kansas. Oh, yes, the state in there. It was Kansas. But how about the in-state rivalry against the Buffalo and the Rams taking on each other tonight? The game we just saw here, Colorado Buffs going up against the Rams. Jason, what are your thoughts on this game and Deion Sanders is head coach with his son as a quarterback?
I'm always rooting for Colorado, always rooting for Deion specifically. I thought they played a great game. It was a lot more of a lead this year. Last year they played a really close game. This year they had the game in hands pretty much the majority of the game, so they did great.
You know, Jason, we were talking about this. Shedeur Sanders, such a talented quarterback. He's the type of guy that would fit in with the Raiders really, really well.
I mean, he has the flash, he has the pizzazz. I think he will match the city's energy. And so I think that's what you need when you're trying to get the program going in the right direction. I would love for Shedeur to be a Raider.
You already got him going to the NFL, Chris, and see what he can do here.
Yes.
By the way, I'm going to say this is one of the first TV shows with 3 lefties up here.
Oh, that's right.
Come on now.
That's right. That's right.
Lefties up here having some fun. Talk about Rebel football now for a moment. Phenomenal what they were able to do against the Kansas Jayhawks on the road. They're big underdogs in this game, more than a touchdown underdog, and they performed and did well. How about your alma mater there, Jason Thomas?
Go Rebels, man. We're playing great right now. I'm really excited for the program, the direction of the program. Whether you win or lose, you want your program to be going in the right direction. And this game showed that we're headed in the right direction. It was a hard-fought game. For once in a long time, the balls bounced our way. And it was amazing to see, especially that fumble. Hopefully we get to see that shortly.
You know, you see this last play, too. There were just seconds on the clock. They kind of mismanaged the clock, though.
They did.
Horrible clock management, but they were able to get that touchdown, thankfully. But this is the late in the game. We don't have that fumble, unfortunately. But it was phenomenal. You need a few breaks along the way. Like they say in hockey, you have some puck luck. You need some luck in football as well.
Man, the teams who win and win big, they get these bounces. They get those things to go their way. And this year it's happened for us, and so I'm really excited about how that can lead us into the season and going in the league.
And you know what it's like to lead the Rebels into great seasons. Under John Robinson, 2000, you took the Rebels to a bowl game. So you get how this works. Came here from Southern California. Let's go back on that history. You were at USC and decided to transfer to UNLV because of John Robinson, for the most part, wouldn't you say?
Coach Robinson recruited me since I was since I was 15 years old. So I've known him and Hugh Jackson. That was his offensive coordinator. And then when Coach Robinson got fired, I was there at USC with Carson Palmer. He took over, and I had to transfer. Coach Rob took the job at UNLV, and I followed him, and the rest was history. So it was an amazing time. I met my wife here, and so it was some of the best times of my life when I was a Rebel.
You know, you look at some of these highlights, Jason, it seems like just yesterday for some of us. I mean, you had Nate Turner on the team, and you guys were hooking up, and you beat Arkansas in the bowl game. And coming out of this game, going into the following season, there was a lot of hype. You had some of these national guys giving you guys publicity, top 25 in Sports Illustrated. A lot of cool stuff was going on with UNLV at that time.
We did, man. We captured lightning in the bottle. We just couldn't contain it. Obviously, you know, I had the shoulder injury. I tore my labrum. So that slowed me down in my progress. But our program, you know, we played well, and we showed that if we can get things going in the right direction, this program could be successful. So I'm excited about where we are now. I'm excited about the future of UNLV football. And I can't wait to continue to be a part of it.
That's some fun celebrating right there. Remember those great times.
Right there. They were not playing.
You've got over there Barry Odom right now as head coach. Hunky Cooper, a former Rebel, who's an assistant coach.
Delvon Alexander, which was our receiver coach when I was here, is back.
Oh, thank you for mentioning that too. Okay. So what do you think? Coaching staff over there seems like they've got things going and rolling right now.
They're recruiting well. The stadium helps. But I think one of the main things that they're doing is they're making their mark in the community. The high school programs, they're going out to the high school programs. The previous coaching staff didn't do that as much. So I know that the high school coaches appreciate that. I know the kids appreciate that. And when you can win Vegas at UNLV, you'll have a good program.
You know, we'll talk about that schedule in a minute. I want to ask you something about the NIL and the transfer portal, because it allows a Barry Odom to get UNLV on a fast track to success right away, doesn't it?
It allows every program to reinvent themselves. Every year is free agency. The kids can choose where they want to go. The coaches can go out and recruit, and they can pay. And so when you have the resources that we have in Vegas, which is second to none, the entertainment that we have, all of the different things that we can sell to a prospective student athlete, I think we have an advantage over other programs.
Let's take a look at the schedule for UNLV coming up for the upcoming games. They have this week off as a bye week before they take on Fresno State. That game will be at Allegiant Stadium, so get ready for that one towards the end of September coming here. Then this one, Chris, this should be fun here with Syracuse, the Orangemen.
I like the Cuse coming in here, so you have a chance to beat another, like what a Power 4, I guess, team they call it now. So you got Syracuse. Utah State just got hammered by Utah. Oregon State dropped a big one to Oregon. Oregon just pounded Oregon State. But then that big one right there, Jason, when you got Boise State, they're kind of the cream of the crop. That's going to be an interesting 5 games right here.
It is. It's an interesting run. If we can continue to win, I think the momentum will work in our favor. And if we could play good on the road against Boise and get that win, I think we'll be rolling, looking forward to hopefully getting the Mountain West Championship.
Is the coaching staff the key really to keep this thing rolling and keep it going here? Now, UNLV, over the years, I got here in '84 with Randall Cunningham, had that season with 12-2 and won a bowl game. It was the last time they went 3-0 to start a season before now. And they went 1 year and had a great year done, It seems like that seems to be the what UNLV has done over the years. But Barry Odom might be able to string 2 years in a row together, which sounds remarkable for UNLV.
Like I said, when I was here, we were able to capture that year, had lightning in the bottle, and won the bowl game. We were not able to sustain the momentum of the program. I think, again, with the NIL and the portal, there are extra factors that are in place that will allow a program like UNLV to continue to be successful. If we can, get behind them as a community and make sure that, we're donating to the foundation so we can pay the kids what they need to be able to.
Oh, what? They get paid now?
They get paid now.
What?
Anybody got a time machine?
You go back and make a little money.
A little extra money. Yeah.
When you think about it, also when you got Barry Odom and what he's doing here, and UNLV and the quarterback, and you got Ricky White who comes back, or he comes from Michigan State and comes back. He could have gone and played anywhere, but he comes back here because of all the things you mentioned: the stadium, the money, the facilities.
And Coach Marion as well. I mean, you have that receiver coach, offensive coordinator who has, coached a lot of really high-end receivers that went on and played really well in the NFL. And so when you have something like that, I mean, that guy he's a magnet. He draws in the high-end talent. He's a young guy. He can relate to the kids. He has really good energy, and I like what they're doing.
Brendan Marion has a cool cowboy hat, too. Man, where's that cowboy hat around?
He got the swag, man. He got the swag, and he know how to do it.
But they have, if you play video games, college football 2025, the #1 game plan on the college football video game is UNLV's go-go offense. That go-go offense is something that's fun to watch, isn't it?
Go-go offense is very popular. I know he's been on the coaches circuit, going out talking about that go-go offense. Every time he's in a room, his room is packed at these coaching conventions. So he's a very popular coach. Like I said, he's a young coach. You got to be able to relate to the kids, and he's done that. And I give Coach Odom credit for being able to go out and find a guy like that to get him to lead his offense.
All right. UNLV 3-0 for the first time
Go Rebels.
in 40 years, which is crazy. All right, Jason, we'll have you back in just a moment. We're going to be back with much, much more right here on 8 News Now. Sports Wraps back right after this.